Hello ladies and gentlemen, you're watching Weekly News. As you know, we're talking about strange, stupid or silly news posted in British newspapers. The first story I want to talk about perfectly fits into this program as it shows how stupid can the person be. The story is quite long, but I'll try to make it short to save your precious time. There was a guy who ordered dog food from Amazon. Amazon driver delivered the food and then afterwards, owner noticed that the dog was missing. He looked for the dog inside and out and couldn't find it, and then at that point he decided to call Amazon and ask the driver if he saw the dog. Whoever answered the phone from Amazon thought it was a joke, but afterwards they realized that it wasn't a joke and they had to check the tracking system on driver's van. When they checked the tracking system, they noticed that after the delivery he went back home and then continued his work. To make a story even shorter, after a few hours, owner received the call and they said, "Could you please describe your dog?" After he described the dog, they said it was safe. The driver obviously lost his job and now he's been under investigation. Although, what the hell is there to investigate? At what point did the driver thought that was the deal? I'm gonna give him some food, he's gonna give me his dog. And how did it happen in the first place? Oh, hello dear driver, do whatever you want, I'm gonna be outside having a nap. Oh, wait a minute. I've heard about this story before. I've definitely seen it. I know who stole the dog. Ace Ventura, Pet Detective. Although my card just says Rock Choir. I've got a question. Why the dog? Because the dog is the first thing you will notice missing. Apart from your wife, of course. But quite frankly, some people would be happier if the driver took their wife twice. Well, coming back to that dog topic, right? Do you think we all witnessed a love from the first sight? Well, in that case, the owner should step aside and leave the lovebirds alone. The next story came to us from Thirsk Community Primary School in North Yorkshire. There were two kids, 4 and 5, who escaped the school by climbing over a metal 6-foot fence, crossing an A road and going to their grandparents' house. Their absence was noted in few hours' time and they were quickly located and put back. Head teacher said that supervision is now reviewed and kids will only play in their enclosed area. Yeah, good idea, lock them up, put them behind bars, teach them a lesson, show them that there is a big brother everywhere. By the way, did these kids look anything like that? If yes, no matter how much you review your supervision, it's gonna happen again and again and again. It's actually not a bad idea. Why can't they shoot a series with small Schofields escaping from school, grandparents' house, parents' house, pretty much everywhere, instead of this stupid last season that they shot? Leave it alone. The story ended when Mike Schofield died. The next story came to us from Leicester, where the counsellor, while walking her dog, found a pile of bondage gear lying next to the railway. At first, I really didn't know what to tell about this story. I mean, who did she call? Did she call police or swinger club? Because you gotta locate the owners, right? Why not police? Guys, I mean, if you want to get this kit, try typing pile of bondage gear on eBay because I'm sure she's selling it now. A bit of advice, if it happens to you, you walk in your dog near the railway and then you found a pile of bondage gear. First thing that you should do is to identify if it's second-hand or new gear. With second-hand, take it to the charity shop, let them deal with it. If it's new, then bring it home and use it occasionally when your kids do not behave. And your missus does. Well, this sentence with kids didn't sound right, did it? I didn't mean anything illegal. The next story is about celebrity. I wouldn't normally talk about celebrities, but this one I like. So Johnny Depp's ex-bodyguards are trying to sue him because he lived a life of chaos. They said that sometimes they had to wipe drugs off his face. Well, if this is all they moan about, what's the big deal? Wiping a bit of drugs from Depp's face? Is it really that difficult? Come on, you guys, go to work for Conchita Wurst. Imagine what kind of stuff you will have to wipe off her face. His face? I really don't know. And let's take, for example, a rock star like Ozzy Osbourne. What if they worked for him? I'm sure their duties would not be limited to eating snails, sniffing cocaine off his belly, having sex with a drunken monkey. And why the hell does Johnny Depp need bodyguards in the first place? Who in God's name would decide to hurt Jack Sparrow? Captain Jack Sparrow, sorry. Right, the next story is about sex. Sorry. The name of the article is 5 times a day wasn't enough for a single mom whose relationship turned into hell. Hey mommy, can you play with us? But you played with daddy already. 3 times. Hey mommy, why is daddy hiding under our bed? Reading this story, it really felt like all of her male colleagues were in serious danger, and female. Some kitchen appliances, basically everything that could be used as treatment. Unfortunately, the lady was also diagnosed with depression, and quite frankly, I'm not a huge fan of depressive sex. She said that in the first few months her boyfriend was fine with it, but then they found him in cold forests of Siberia. No, I'm just kidding. Then he started asking questions. What's going on? Can you give me a break? Please give me some food. She couldn't stand that weak bugger and moved to France. Probably Frenchmen are trying harder. And then, when they're all done, she'll just move on. The next story came from Essex, and it's a bit of a strange one, right? So the lady woken up in the middle of the night when she heard someone was trying to break into her front door. After a while, she decided that it was all secure and went back to bed. And this is the first strange thing. You know, you hear someone who is trying to open your front door, and you just go back to sleep. What the hell? I think someone is trying to get into my house. Is that how it happened? Nevertheless, in the morning, she walked outside of her house and she found a card. Guess what was that? A jail ID card with a name and photograph. She obviously phoned police, but police said they will not treat it as crime because she never broke in. They think he was scared by her dog. But this is another strange thing. Think about it. What if he tried to rape her and wouldn't get in because he was scared by the dog? Would that not be classed as crime? The guy should be at least questioned. Maybe that will prevent future occurrences. And why does the guy carry his jail ID card with him when he's trying to rob a house? Does he use this jail ID card everywhere? For example, buying alcohol. Excuse me, sir, could you please show me your ID card? Sorry, I don't have my passport with me. I've got a library card, Tesco club card, jail ID card. Would that count? The last comment that police made was, they said they know him, and if he breaks in anywhere else, they know who to look for. Do they really think he will start carrying his ID or library card everywhere and just throwing it around? This house was robbed. Watch for ID cards. Imagine a young student and a young lady. She's 19, she smokes cannabis and drinks vodka at the same time, and then somehow you get into her bedroom. Let's look at this story from a guy's perspective. You're a lady who's 19, a single mom of 2-year-old daughter. She drinks vodka, smokes cannabis, nothing to worry about, right? But then she also says she likes it rough, and I don't think she means being a single mom at the age of 19. Nevertheless, she gave him a couple of options. First of all, she suggested to tie him up to a bed with a duct tape. And then she proposed some suffocation experience using a pillow. What could go wrong? By the way, according to the photographs, she's actually quite pretty. So I kind of see why he was ignoring all these disturbing signs. You know, at some point, a young man stops thinking and just let the main part of our body make decisions for him. Basically, when she put a pillow over his face, she starts stabbing the guy. Luckily, he managed to escape the house. On the court, she said she did it because he kissed her without permission. Yeah, every time I lie in a bed with a naked woman who offers to tie me to a bed, I immediately start thinking about asking her permission to kiss. What the hell happened to my hat? Police work is really dangerous. You can easily fall off monkey bars and hurt yourself. And the swings, they fly at such a high speed, can easily kill an officer. You're probably thinking, what am I talking about? The next story came to us from North London, where a lady took a video of police officers having fun at kids' playground. They were using slide, monkey bars, swings. That's a brilliant job they have. You know, sometimes I get so fed up with my work, I just go to my colleagues and say, guys, let's stop for today. Let's just go swinging. Wait a minute. They probably think I offer them to go and listen to this swing music. Yeah, I see why they look so surprised. It's no longer popular. Apparently they were also making videos of each other. The lady who witnessed an unstoppable police force said it was 5 or 6 of them. Imagine if they all had beers in their hands. That would be a great commercial. And let the world wait. The next story came to us from Africa. The local salvage expert Mick Sloan suggested to bring a couple of huge icebergs from Antarctica to Africa to solve a drought crisis. You know what? We all make the same mistakes. A bit of advice: when you sit high and watch Ice Age, You don't have to share all of your ideas with government. I once suggested to take all these people who believes that Earth is flat, put them on a ship, and send them to look for the Earth edge. A lot of my friends stopped talking to me. Well, they also went vegan, so it's not a big loss. Why were they my friends in the first place? Guys, that's it for today. I hope you liked the show. I would really appreciate if you could share it with your friends. And as usual, like, subscribe, and see you next week.